8.5, video number 2, part 2. This one we're just going to start out with the straight equation, okay? Y is equal to 3x plus 8, where the input is going to be x, so we're going to fill in the input number here, and we're going to get, and it's going to spit out our output, which is going to be y, okay? So, for instance, if I put in 0, 3 times 0 is 0 plus 8 is 8. Now let's put in 1. 3 times 1 is 3, plus 8 is 11. Okay? 3 times 2, and I'll just, 3 times 2 plus 8. 3 times 2 is 6 plus 8, it should be 14. Let's go 3 times 3 plus 8. 3 times 2 is 9 plus 8 is going to give us 17. And then 3 times 3 plus 8. 3 times 3 is, 3 times 4, excuse me, 3 times 4 is 12, plus 8, it will give me 20. Okay, so it's a little bit easier when with the equation, because then it's a little bit easier to figure out. All we have to do is punch in the numbers here. Okay, next one we have y is equal to the quantity x divided by 10 plus 3. So again, we're going to punch in, for x, we're going to put in 20. So it's 20 divided by 10 plus 3. 20 divided by 10 is 2 plus 3 is 5. So 30 divided by 10 is 3 plus 3 will give us 6. 40 divided by 10 plus 3. 40 divided by 10 is 4 plus 3 is 7. 50 divided by 10 plus 3. 50 divided by 3 by 10 is 5 plus 3 is 8. And 60 divided by 3 plus 3. Oh, I did it again. 60 divided by 10 plus 3, 6 plus 3 would be 9. Okay, so we got a nice little pattern here. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. All right, so that's those. Now, the next ones, boys and girls, are a little bit more difficult here. And let me just fold my paper here so it's a little bit easier to see. Okay, now we're going to ask what the rule is, but then we have to write our own equation. So we have to figure it out. But if you notice, the input-output table is already completed for us. Okay, so let's look. How do we get from 1? So we multiplied by 2 and then add something. Multiplied by 2, so 1 times 2 is 2, and then how do we get to 9? Well, we add 2 plus 7 will give us 9. Let's try it. 2 times 2 is 4. 4 plus 7, does that equal 11? 3 times 2 is 6. 6 plus 7, does that equal 13? 4 times 2 is 8. 8 plus 7, does that give me 15? 5 times 2 is 10. 10 plus 7, does that give me 17? Well, it seems like it, doesn't it? So now, multiply by 2, then add, oops, I forgot the n there, then add 7. Now the question is, what does that look like as a formula? Well, here's what we do. We put our output, because we know our output is going to be y. Our output is y. And y is equal to, well, what did we do? We multiplied it by 7, and then we added 2. So let's just write it like we talked about. Multiply by 2. So we're going to take 2 and multiply it by our variable x, and then we add 7. 2x plus 7. Now, boys and girls, you might think that you could just write y equals x2 plus 7. Okay? Now, we want to avoid that because if you're a mathematician, you might think that is x squared and someone just writes really messily. Okay? So the coefficient or the number always goes in front of the variable. Okay? So that one is y equals 2x plus 7. All right, let's look at our next one then. Sorry, I'm trying to slide it. There you go. Oh, bumped it too much here. Okay, so now the rule in words is divide by blank, then subtract 4. Okay, so we're going to work backwards. We have to work backwards on this. So what we're going to do, instead of subtracting 4, we're going to add 4, and then we're going to multiply by something. Okay, to go backwards. So first thing we're going to add 4. We're going to get 4, and then how do we get to 12? Well, we have to multiply by 3, and that should give us 12. So if we go 4 and we add 4, we're going to have 8 plus 4. We're going to 8. 8 times 3, does that give us 24? I think so. If we add 4, that's going to give us 12. 12 times 3, does that give us 36? I think so. 48 plus 12 plus 4 is 16. 16 times 3, that should give us 48, which it does. And then 16 plus 4 is 20. And if we multiply that by 3, we should get 60. So when we're dividing, and again, we did it opposite. So it's not multiply by 3, it's divide by 3. Okay, so as we write our equation, again, it's going to set it equal to y because that's our output. Y is equal to, and then what did we do? Well, we took our number x and we divided it by 3, and we can put that in parentheses, and then we subtract 4. Now, we don't need the parentheses because if we see this, hopefully we remember our order of operations tells us to do x divided by 3 first, because remember, we do in PEMDAS parentheses, exponents, multiplication, division, addition, subtraction. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so multiplication, division comes before addition and subtraction. Oh, we got out of focus there. I apologize. All right, so that's it for video number 2. I think we're going to have 4 videos here. I don't know how else to do it without 4, but we'll see if I can cram the next page into 1, but I don't think it is. All right, so that's it for that one. Stay tuned for video number 3.